per capita isn't part of CHIPS. The aid and incentives aid, I believe that might be separate as well, so.
Alright, well, but hopefully Big John and the DW will be able to get some stuff done with that. Cattaraugus Firemen's Club liquor license renewal. That was brought up to see if anybody had any issues with that. We already approved that, did we not? We did not. I believe it doesn't require. We did talk about it, but I believe it doesn't require.
You talked about it, you said to add it to the agenda, but it was never brought up at the work session.
Notice form.
Yes, for
So
the
what
liquor.
happens is you get a standardized notice form, you wait 30 days, then they can go and apply for their license.
Yes.
You can choose to waive it in less than 30 days, and you can choose to condition your approval on things if you want. You have that power. Or you can say, we like what you're doing, do a good job, go ahead, keep serving drinks, we approve. And we're willing to waive the 30-day waiting period.
Which I believe we did at the previous meeting, did we not?
We didn't talk about this at all at a meeting.
Alright, well then, does anybody here have an issue with the Firemen's Club being able to continue to serve liquor?
No, I make the motion. I recluse myself from this. Member. I'm not a member. I make the motion for the renewal.
I mean at the fire department.
Oh, no, no.
So then, okay, so Bo made the motion to
Mhm.
approve, you're making the second.
Jason?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Work did not vote, he
Right.
recused himself from it, so it is approved.
Okay.
So that's taken care of. Time Warner Cable, there was nothing in regards to that, just in regards to channels being dropped or whatever. The resignation from Bradley Fuse and Gunther. I know we discussed this briefly, that we wanted to bring up a thank you letter for their service. And I will ask Jay, are you able to draft something up where we are able to, just as thank you for your service, we appreciate.
You could have a resolution for that if you like, and you can have the resolution written out, and you can give the resolution to them.
Doesn't it need to be legal?
I was gonna say, no,
Does it
no
need to be
offense to you.
In a resolution, so for example, when people say, all right, this fish is it's this fish day in front of a legislature, you have what's considered an honorary resolution. And it is done in order to show appreciation for people. When Jean got the letter from Kathy Young a few weeks back, same thing, it's honorary. But it's a way of saying thank you to people for the service that they've done. And does it have to be legal? No. Does it carry any legal status? No. It's just a classy thing to do.
Can you still stamp that with your stamp? And then, I don't know. It just seems like we need to be doing a little more of the legwork than just pushing it all to the lawyer. Because you're charging us for something that's right with your hours.
You mean, does it go against the 60 hours?
Yes, that's what I'm getting at, is we need
I
to be,
can write
we
up
need
the
to be doing
resolution
our
and not
share
count
of
that
this
as
too.
60, but
You know,
no, I agree.
you know, we gotta,
I've got a big list.
you
I
gotta help
agree.
a list, and there's a few things on there that, you
That
know.
I said I would do, not against the 60 hours.
Yeah, but, yeah.
Well, I just don't know in regards to how, does it have to be a proper draft? Does it have to state whereas and all this stuff? Does it have to be?
No, that's only for a local law. For a resolution, it takes whatever form you want it to take. And it, as nice as you want it to say. And you just can't promise public money, and you can't promise people a job. Really.
It can be as simple as the village thanks you for your
All right,
service.
a little bit, boom, it's done.
If everybody's cool, all right.
But it's a question of whether or not you would all vote to approve the village as an entity giving thanks to its previous trustees.
Well, I guess
So
so.
that
Go
has
ahead
to
and do that,
encourage
and
her.
then I'll email it to everybody, and then if everybody concedes, or if they want something added, they can go ahead, and then we'll get that sent out to the trustees.
It'd be great.
Okay, so we're able to move forward on that. Okay.
Thanks for keeping up my favor.
I'm ready to shove more.
We know.
Mary Bailey, the assessor gave 2515 assessment notification, which was for, do you know what property that was on Jefferson? Is that the school? The property around the school?
No, it's resident vacant land.
So,
It's one of the parcels on Jefferson Street, but I don't know which one.
that was just in regards to what the village has as far as tax
Yep,
and
and
regards.
then she gave me another one this last week. Same parcel that, she changed the assessment and reduced it $600.
Okay.
But that will be taxable now. Previously, it was, not taxed, is my understanding.
By chance?
Hmm?
The address on that, or no?
There's not a street address because it's a vacant land, but the parcel number is 35.082-2-7.
You're gonna have to say that again.
Yeah. I'm good, I think.
Sorry.
I guess I thought it was in
I
there.
trust ya.
So I'll email you.
You can go to the Cat County website, and under real property, there's a GIS viewer. You can enter the parcel number, and it'll bring it up and show you where it is.
No, I'm good, I
on the
guess I
map.
thought it was a property, like as far as like a house or something. or-
It's not a house, it's vacant
On
land, but
Jefferson,
it's, yeah.
Just to get
I
an
can
idea
give you
where
that
it's
number
at.
again, I'm sorry, I didn't
No,
read
no,
it
no,
fast.
I'm good.
Okay.
Hurt, you need help in it.
Shoot over 6 numbers. I'm good.
Alright, so, next one is the Cat County Sheriff's Office Peace Officer Memorial Day Service. Didn't know if anybody wanted to attend that or not. It's at Salamanca School.
No.
That's up to you guys if you want to attend for that.
Too, but-
Next was the New York State Department of Agriculture and Markets Water System Improvement Phase 1. Did everybody take a look in regards to that?
Yes.
Okay, so that was just given that there's no issues from them, where we have the clear to go ahead in regards to that. Trident Argonaut, request for lost history.
That was the lost run letter you authorized me to sign last month,
Yep,
and that's just our copy of
okay,
that letter, that's all.
alright. Cattaraugus County Department of HR, Cat County SI plan.
Yeah, we do quarterly reporting to them, and so that's just letting us know that, they're thanking us for helping with the first quarter, reporting, and that it will stay the same for quarters 2 through 4. And also they sent us our notice of compliance, which is posted out in the outer office, about the Cat County SI plan, and that we're covered under that.
Alright, next was an email from OSC in regards to the local government sales tax 2015 update. There really wasn't anything in regards to that, just how sales tax helps communities improve revenue. Next is the New York State Office of Community Renewal, request for federal assistance expenditure form. Do we have to do anything with that? I don't recall.
Recipients of CDBG must submit a federal assistance expenditure form within 60 days of the recipient's fiscal year end date. Our fiscal year end is May 31st. It's due by July 31st. I can check with both Gene and Municipal Solutions. They usually make sure that our reporting for CDBG is up to date and done on time. So I can check with both of them to make sure that if there's anything that we need to do.
If you could, please.
I can do that.
Last part of correspondence is Department of Public Works Superintendent Corey Gross's resignation. And he wrote, this is back on the 7th of May, he wrote, "To whom it may concern, due to the fact that I was not reappointed in the fear of the unknown with my future with the Village of Cattaraugus, I will be resigning from my position of Superintendent of Public Works for the Village of Cattaraugus effective immediately. It is very unfortunate that I had to make this decision, but I had to seek other employment for the reasons stated above. I hope that the new board can try to start working more like a team and understand they are here not for personal gain, but for the betterment of all residents of the Village of Cattaraugus. Corey Gross." So, in regards to that, we spoke with Corey in previous meetings, and if anything were to arise, he did promise that he would at least give 2 weeks. For any type of supervisory position, typically you do give a 3-week notice. So in regards to, no, that was stated that you would give, if there was any issue in regards to that, we'd go ahead with that. So,
Yeah. He's not talking about that, it was talking about when it was.
when, huh?
Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry, a bunch of you whispered, I'm not sure what's going on.
Maybe I wasn't able to
You said
state
something
that.
about it.
Are we able to?
Well, here's what I can tell you. In NICOM handbook, resignation, it says, a resignation may specify an effective date that is not
More than 30 days after, yeah.
from the date of the resignation is filed. If the resigning officer states in the resignation an effective date that is more than 30 days,
Then it becomes effective 30 days after.
right. However, if no effective date is stated in the resignation, it becomes effective immediately
That's for public officers and other people under Public Officer Law, Section 36. For a supervisor, for somebody that's an employee and a supervisor,
Employee's
doesn't
supposed to
apply.
be 2 weeks or 3 weeks?
That's a board's
Just
decision.
something I read in,
Yeah, if you look at the header where that fits.
Oh, no, we can't go back to here.
it might be something I read in this handbook.
Yeah, I believe it, none of us has said that in here.
In the handbook?
Oh, are you going back to that? No.
Wrong.
Oh,
In the
joking.
NICOM book, see what section that's in, it applies to people in that section.
I just went
That's where-
to
yeah.
resignations.
Yeah, but that's resignation for either elected or appointed officials, not necessarily employees.
Okay, so in regards to that, either way, still at least 2 weeks' notice was not given. So it's, and in his letter, he stated effective immediately. So as everybody knows, Big John was here today. He is the acting deputy he is the deputy superintendent. So he's taking care of everything. And as you can see in one day, when he's taking charge of what he has accomplished, is very, very impressive. And I think everybody that knows Big John, he is quite the workhorse. So, so that everybody knows, that's that. In regards to, does anybody have anything to add in regards to Corey's resignation?
Nothing in regards to.
Word?
No, just everything that I said earlier, I mean, just don't let this job turn into a headache for this village for the next 30 years.
We need to just correct this and make sure this doesn't happen again, that's all.
I think we need to nail down proper hiring process. A way we can
Yes.
agree
We've all
on providing
agreed.
proper protection.
Proper protection.
That we can-
I'm not comfortable with a contract.
Right, we're not gonna get back into that now. It's too.
No, 5 to 12. I'm just saying,
That's it?
there's gotta be a process, you know what I mean, there should be.
Okay, so in regards to Corey Gross's resignation, then that's finished. What we do need to do though, in regards to business, something that we do need to get accomplished is that we do need to have it, put out that we're accepting, that we want to accept applications.
You want to figure out what your hiring process is
Yeah.
before you tell people to start applying for the job.
Okay,
Yeah, so-
You want to have, first of all, you start with what the description of it is from civil service law, where you cover the paper. That's the description, minimum qualifications, and then you can create all the hoops that you want people to jump through. You can set up your own dog and pony show and say, here, I don't mean that in a mean way.
Yeah.
Here are all the things we want you to come and show to us that you're good at. Because you're going to be a supervisory employee, and because only the mayor can fire you, we want to know what you do and all these other things, or we're not going to approve it. And you spell all that out in writing, then that's what you give people and say, here, come and apply for the job.
Do we
go-
go-
Here's what we pay, here's all of our expectations.
Yeah, everything that was in your email to Corey, I think should be in this. And then I think that's the bag of worms that we're opening, because now the next mayor comes in. He's got the power to do whatever he wants to fire somebody. What's to stop him from raising those expectations time and time again, to where basically you always are holding that carrot over this guy's head, where he just can't reach it?
well, we need that's going back to the same dang discussion that we've visited for an hour
That's an
already.
important discussion.
It is. However, though, we're not making any progress on it because you gotta go ahead and find the
All right,
answers that you're looking for.
I got one last question.
So, yeah,
Is there other villages that have this position that we can see what they've got and compare those and try and get
Just go over
those?
hiring process.
Yes.
I can ask Gawanda. I
Gawanda,
know
South
Mary.
Little Valley,
Yeah.
We can,
Actually, it's like public information, just go on.
yeah.
Some of it is public information, some of you have to ask the clerk for the village to get the info from them.
Actually, just,
Some stuff's online, some stuff's not, that's all.
well, you can just look at the last time they hired somebody, it's probably posted somewhere. so.
I'm not trying to step on toes, Jay, I just think that we should try to do something that's gonna work here. We start having problems.
Yeah, I mean, I could look it up, I could Google anything you want.
It's gonna start getting,
Master Googler.
yeah, there you go.
The Google full.
okay.
So then what we need to do then is we gotta come up with a process, or what, not a process, excuse me, but for the expectations for the job, qualifications for the job.
And when you set those up, please run those by me so I make sure you're not violating any federal employment laws.
Yeah.
I'm not saying let me write it, and in fact, I don't have to, I just want to give a quick look over to make sure you're not violating any laws of code structure. I'll give you a quick thumbs up and let you move forward.
But in regards to the order or hiring process, something that we do need to implement is, you know, first off, check to see if we're able to, you know, if anybody in our DPW is interested in the position, so promote within.
Yep.
Then number 2 would be to hire from the village. Then number 3 would be to hire from the county, or from the township. And then 4 would be to hire from the county. And those are and look at it that way to see that, because obviously one issue that was prior is that having somebody that doesn't live within the village, or even remotely close, which we think Little Valley is remotely close, but you look at expenses such as driving a truck back and forth, you know, 15 miles round trip, doing that however many times a day, or whatever happened in the past, that we really should look to see if there's someone in the village that's qualified. And I think though, going down that line to see if we can promote within, and then hire in the village, and then the town, so on and so forth, I think that's an appropriate way to hire in regards to looking at applicants and seeing as far as qualifications. So if they're both equally qualified, well then the person that's in the village is gonna get hired before someone that lives in
Right.
Great Valley.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
If they're equally qualified, I mean, like I said, obviously, we can't just
Now,
restrict it to that.
do we
but-
still have the applications from the last applicants? We have them on file.
Oh,
for
but
a year?
I mean, you could always advertise in town and then advertise.
I think still the service-
Yeah, I think it's gotta be.
There's certain
steps.
steps that have to
I
be
don't know, they
taken.
do it at the school.
They advertised when Jason left. It was like $125, $150 ad, and we took it to bare bones.
But if you're paying $50,000 to hire somebody every year.
True, you want to do it the right
Yeah.
way, but it was sticker shock to go from a classified ad and put in an employment ad and have them come back with like $300 or $400 price tag, and we went, whoa, let's see what we can
And
take
you
out.
don't always have to do it in the paper of official record, well, you
The
should do it in the
first
paper of
price
official record, but you can choose to do it elsewhere too.
And we did it just the one place
I
because
think you
it
could probably
was,
post it on Craigslist.
I
Now,
think we,
how's the
we
result?
have to,
I
we
think
have to
you
go
could
back
also
to the
put
old
there,
applicants too, correct?
New people know.
Those of us that applied in November also have to be contacted too, correct? It's what, a
I
year?
don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was a year. I think the letter I got said that my, file, resume.
That might be
application
for
should be
civil service positions though.
That's the application that I filled out though, so if we're gonna go by that standard, I think we gotta follow those guidelines.
You got a letter from where that said that you're,
From here, I got a letter actually from you that said that my resume and my application would be, kept on file for 1 year. I think it was just a standard letter, I'm sure a couple others got, and I'm just saying, if that's the policy, then I think we should reach out to those people, just ask.
It's
people.
not a
It's
bad
not-
idea.
No, it's a
It's
great
not
idea.
horrible, they put it for
No.
once before, they should have.
Sure.
No, I
it.
totally agree with that.
And I can tell you right now, you can remove me
No,
from
we
that.
can't.
No,
We gotta
yeah,
go, we
I-
gotta
yeah.
do job specs, and we gotta do hire.
Yeah, I'm on the board, I think it's a conflict of interest to even think about it, so yeah, you could just.
I think you
take me
actually
off.
couldn't take the job.
Well, that's what I'm saying,
Not
I'm just,
possible.
It would be
save
one
her
or the
from
other.
wasting her time.
Yeah, if you're,
Yeah, I
in
don't
this
even think you
position,
should, I don't
you
think you
can't
should
do
resign
anything.
if you're on this position.
All right, what's up?
Okay, so we gotta, Rose, can you add that to the next agenda, is that we gotta come up with job specifications and also hiring procedures?
It is an iron system, and actually, under new business, so just be carried on to old business.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, but we need to get, that's something that we will have to get accomplished in our next meeting. That is a must, so that we can get the job out and then we can go through the hiring process, so on and so forth. All right, so for old business, seems like we're running into a trend here, unfortunately, but the senior citizen building and all that, roads, where are we with that?
table, nothing's happened since, spring of 2014.
I have a suggestion, can't we, so this stuff isn't being, this old business isn't just becoming decrepit business. I mean, why don't we, is there a way we could advertise for another meeting, seeing how our next meeting is gonna be?
You're allowed to have as many meetings as
You can have as many meetings as you
I'm
want.
kind of thinking that with,
Well, we
with
have
the
to
DPW
advertise it
superposition.
Now, as far as advertising, Rose has to put notice on the hall 72 hours in advance, and you have to post it on the websites. You do not have to put notice in the newspapers and pay the legal notice rate in order to have an extra meeting.
My
You
suggestion
just have to
is,
get 72 hours notice online on the village's website. And
Do you guys want, okay, so then
yeah,
you
so
want to
we're
shoot for
nice and
next Monday?
fresh, so we're not just trying to run through this old business, let's make it new business.
so do we wanna, all right, so then are you making a motion that we will have a second meeting for this month on next Monday on the 18th?
I have a town board meeting that night.
Oh, well, wonderful. What do you guys wanna work with?
Wednesday, Tuesday?
Sorry.
Why not?
I'm just laughing because he works in the later on in the week, like this poor soccer, he's gotta get up at what, 5?
I have to be at work at 5.
Well, that,
How about,
I'm not
Okay,
going
what's
to sleep
the, you know
tonight
what,
now.
how about this Saturday?
There's no law, as far as I know, against meeting on
Yeah.
weekends. I say as far as I know.
Hey, how about breakfast?
I can't do that.
alright, so do we wanna?
Not publicly.
Not public.
Well, if we have a meeting,
We
we
could,
get breakfast.
everybody could bring in something here, we could eat and talk and. What?
A catered board meeting?
As long as you're paying for it out of your own pockets, not the public funds.
Okay, so do we wanna have a meeting then for the 16th,
What was that? What's that?
Saturday.
Saturday,
16th.
Magic
I'm
question,
in.
more time.
morning,
Morning.
and I'm talking early morning.
Oh,
We're talking
dude.
wait, what day?
Saturday.
This Saturday
If
coming
you're
up.
talking early morning, you're talking 2 a.m.
No, I'm not talking,
Yes.
I'm talking like
Saturday.
You're asking me.
8:30, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I can do that. I'm not
Well,
happy about it, but I can do it.
I got
I already
four
give up a
broken
Saturday
ribs,
month.
man.
I make a motion that we meet at Saturday at 10 o'clock.
I don't-
This
I gotta
Saturday,
plan
8
time.
o'clock.
I said 10 o'clock.
Okay, so can I
Whatever.
absolutely make a motion that we will have a meeting?
Okay,
on-
how
There's
many,
already motions being made.
we need motion, a motion.
Yes, and that's what I'm stating crystal clear. And I have a motion that we'll have a meeting on the 16th, which is this Saturday at 9 o'clock.
Yes, I second that. I make a motion.
Motion, Bo.
I'm too
I'll
tired.
second.
Second word.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Tom?
Books are closed.
There's a second part to this vote,
What's that?
the opposed. Ask for the opposed.
Okay. Any opposed?
Aye. It's still carried, but I'm gonna cast my vote.
You don't wanna meet on Saturday?
No, I
Is it
don't.
nine
I would
or-
not have an issue with meeting on Saturday.
Well, we
but I have
all
other
can still
conflicts.
meet and.
You're still gonna
discuss
attend,
business.
right?
Since this is a special meeting, does the board request my presence
Huh?
at 9 in the morning? I'll be here if you like.
Let's say
Hold
we're
on,
going for the old
hold on,
business.
hold on,
Do
before
we
we-
need Jay?
You've got an aye and you've got a nay. You've taken your vote.
It's
I
past
swear.
here, you're allowed to have the meeting now.
Well,
on
I just
Saturday.
wanna make, I didn't know that, I thought it worked for you, so I thought I wanted all of us to be
That's
here.
why I said if you're talking early morning, you're talking.
You are
2
allowed to
a.m.
pass a resolution to unmake the last one if you choose.
Alright, so,
Wait.
hold on, 1 second.
Rule of legislative equivalence.
I'm sorry, so,
If
4 opposed, Tom,
And one nay.
1 nay, it's approved and carried.
It's still approved, yes.
Yes, now, we can go back to this.
Yes, if we could amend that to say something more like 2 o'clock or an afternoon sort of thing? Yeah, absolutely.
Does that hurt other gentlemen?
In the afternoon,
Yeah.
my
Is
wife
that
gets
easier?
out of work, I ain't gonna be here.
Yeah, can we do that? Can a motion pass and then we just?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
called
you
the
can
rule of
rescind it.
legislative equivalence. You can unmake anything you make by the same method you made it.
Yeah.
So if it's a local law, you gotta pass a local law. If it's a resolution, you make another resolution. For most things. For appointments,
Because
that's an
also-
exception because it's an approval, not
I mean, let's review the old business and just say, hey, are we gonna,
I'm not against having a meeting, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying there's a time conflict for me, whatever. The way it stands right now, it was voted on, there's a meeting at 9
I
o'clock.
mean,
on Saturday.
are you opposed to, we're gonna record it, I mean.
Are you opposed to
see us-
this one?
I'd rather not, but, if there's gonna be a meeting 9 o'clock, that's for me.
What can we do it next week?
Whatever.
Okay,
Midweek, I don't know.
we're having a meeting on Saturday at 9 o'clock. That's, and we need to get a hold of, you can let Jean know for me, please? Because we need to go over, I guess, yeah, maybe I should just go and see him tomorrow. Alright,
But
so,
still, he at least needs to know about it so that if he chooses or we need him or whatever.
yes. Okay, so,
We make a motion to table old business.
alright, so we have the senior building, we have,
No, just say old business.
Are we going with all old business?
Yes.
What about new business too?
What, everything that's remaining in the sheet,
Well, hang on,
make
can
a
we get
motion
rid of-
for
can
everything that's
we-
remaining.
Separately,
Hold on, what were you gonna say, Tom?
Can I ask or suggest that we cross Memorial Day Parade off old business? I think we've got that under control.
Yeah, you've
We
already
did, in
talked
fact-
about that,
yeah.
and we've
We
already
did, in
said there's
fact,
nothing going
discuss
on in
it
the
at
senior
time.
building.
Why is the water project old business?
Well,
It's
it's gonna be on-
constant.
It's constant, you've already talked about it. Once you guys have talked about something and broached it, it's not new business anymore, you've talked about it, it's old business.
Right. So what is going on? Okay, we'll just handle that on Saturday. I don't know what's going on with the senior building thing.
Okay, so I will keep senior building, but Memorial Day Parade you've already talked about and updated,
As
so that
well-
can come off.
As well, I think we can take DPW summer help out, that doesn't need to go into.
That
our
was
business.
taken care of,
Where's DPW summer?
that's
We
under
can
new
do that
business.
currently.
You
Oh.
talked about youth council,
Yeah.
That's done. ARC grant, old elementary school building, that's something we'll need to discuss.
Definitely, I'm gonna talk about that.
Cattaraugus County HR, workers' comp insurance allocation, what?
that's the fire district and town and
Oh, we gotta
village.
get that done too. Proposed resolution for service, what service?
It's the thank you.
Oh!
We
Yeah,
talked about that, you're
Yeah,
gonna
we
deal
talked
with
about
that.
that, we don't need.
Yeah,
You're taking care of that.
I'm taking care of that, okay? And policies, we'll go over policies then as well. So, we don't need to make a motion to go through, oh yeah, we do. Alright, so a motion to table all old business except Memorial Day Parade, and for new business, we have policies, Cat County HR, workers' comp, insurance allocation in the Art Grant Old Elementary School building, till we meet on the 16th. Yep, all right.
So
so
A,
we-
C, and D under new business, you're tabling to the Saturday, the 16th meeting.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Table to 5, 16, 15.
okay, can I have somebody please make that motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say
Aye.
Aye.
I think so.
Approve and carry.
Bow
Alright,
and
it was
Wirt,
unanimous.
Bow and Wirt.
I seconded it, yes.
Bo made the motion,
I
yeah.
super motioned it.
Do we have anything for appropriations?
Hope not.
I don't think so.
You gotta, you guys have already audited the vouchers.
Yeah.
Yes.
You need to approve the abstract.
Okay, can I have somebody make a motion to approve the abstract for May 11th, 2015, please?
I'll make a motion.
I will second.
May
Jason and Tom?
second.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hold on.
Aye.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous, approved and carried. Can I have somebody make a motion to adjourn at 12:07?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Approve and carried. Tom and Jason.
I didn't think it was.
Jason and Tom.
Or Jason and, who did I say?
I mean-
You said Tom and Jason, but wasn't it Jason and Tom?
No,
It's on video.
Here.
he made the motion, I
Maybe
second.
Jason made the motion.
Tom and Jason.
No,
you
Tom
want.
did.
Patterson, Jason, okay.
Sorry. I did last name, first name, sorry about
That's
that.
okay.
And you can stop
Second,
the-
Work.
approved and carried.
I made the motion last. Then- then
Oh, I
needs to-
never did it either.
Then needs to-
Just so it doesn't